Oh, that's the real estate one? Even better. Here we go. Clap. Sure. Guess what's all staying in?
Wait,
all of this.
All of it.
Yeah.
It's the Very Real Fantasy Football Show!
All right. Fantasy football for real. A special happy birthday episode to my friend Eric Kranz. It is Eric's birthday today.
Thank you.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on your birthday,
Thank
buddy.
you. Appreciate it.
No Ryan today because a tree fell on his house.
He is okay. He is okay, but
That's not like a joke.
No.
That really happened. Ryan, we love you, buddy.
Yes. He is okay. Main thing, he is okay.
Yep.
That the house is okay, but he's just got some stuff to deal with.
Yeah, understandable. You were like, does that time work for you, Ryan? And he's like, no, and then sent a video of just a straight up tree down.
Yes. Across his backyard, patio, all this stuff. Like, oh, buddy.
Dude.
Yeah, you got some stuff to deal with at the home front.
Grown up life is the stupidest thing ever. It's just so dumb.
I don't recommend it.
It's just a nonstop shitstorm.
When you're young, you can't wait to grow up to have all
Right.
these cool responsibilities. And then
Yeah.
when you get older, you're like, can I just be young again and not have all these responsibilities?
You like, I don't know about you, but for us, bad things always come in threes, it seems like. So if I'm Ryan right now, my tree's down in my backyard and it's demolished my back patio and possibly damaged some of my gutters, I'm going, all right, what are the next two things that are going to happen while I'm trying to get this sorted out?
Something's going to happen.
But anyhow, we're here to talk about fantasy, so that's what we'll do. But before that, quiet up there, you! That's a bad dog. I feel like he's talking back.
I
to me
heard a
now.
little, "Arr."
Yeah, but it's your birthday, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
So what? You're going obviously downtown tonight. You're going to get the fish bowl.
Oh, fishbowl going out, dude, on the town tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Going wild, dude.
Yeah.
Bringing it back. Bringing the old
fresh shirt.
21st birthday. Oh, fresh gear on, dude. Everything. Everything.
Yeah, dude. We'll just jam some Nelly in the club.
Oh, dude. Kid getting hot and her, dude.
Yeah. That's enough out of you. That shouldn't last the whole episode, but we've got guys out working on the deck out back, and every now and then my dogs feel like
They got to let them know.
they're real dogs.
Yes.
So what are you gonna like for real? You're probably just gonna go home, hang out, like a relaxing night, which is what people our age do for their birthdays.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing crazy.
What are you having for dinner though?
I don't know.
Dude, it's your birthday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, dude, I smoke ribs every year on my birthday.
Yeah.
Every year. Ribs in the smoker.
I have not gotten that far yet.
All right. Okay. You know, I would also think about if I were in your position and I were recording a podcast in late afternoon on my birthday and I didn't already have ribs in the smoker, chicken McNuggies.
Oh, some chicken McNuggets.
Treat myself.
Yeah. So, yeah, I work in food.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I'm not as worried about it. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I also deal with food every day.
Eating it at
Eating
home.
it. Yeah. We're
I
having
get done, and I'm like, I don't feel like cooking anything, man. I've been working with food all day long.
Yeah, all the more reason to scoop up some chicken McNuggies. You know what we're having tonight?
Chicken McNuggies?
No. Thai food.
Thai food.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
we get done with this, I'm going to run into town and grab some Thai food.
There you go.
Dude,
There you go.
I get it. I go for the hot.
Oh, buddy.
I want, if there's not snot
Coming
mixed
out of
in.
your face, right?
mixed in with my Thai cuisine, then it ain't hot
Then he
enough.
didn't. I had some spicy Mongolian beef the past couple of days and gotten from work, and I was sweating.
Yeah,
Like profusely sweating from it. And I'm like, wow.
that's the good
It
stuff.
was delicious. Clears you right up.
All right, it's week 3. We had one game last night. We record on Friday, so I don't know when this podcast will find you, but one game last night. The winner, I think, is what we expected, but
Yeah.
the competition level, not so much, right? I think the Bills were a 12.5-point favorite.
Dolphins played better than what you kind of expected them to, but
Yeah.
you also kind of expected them to play a little better than what they had been.
You hoped that they would show some life, and they did a little bit last night, so that was good to see. But as far as fantasy performances, did anybody stand out last night?
There's Dalton Kincaid, James Cook, Josh Allen, then Achan.
Achan was all right.
Yeah.
Production wise.
Yeah. He was solid fantasy. Tyreek and Waddle both, nobody had just huge games, but they're all solid of what you expected for those guys.
All right. So we're going to get into some of the news going into this week. At the top of the list right here is that Jaden Daniels is out for week 3. So Marcus Mariota is going to get the start. Now, Washington's playing the Raiders, right? But still, man, if you had Terry McLaurin going into this, you're already a little bit worried because he hasn't really been producing. Debo, as we talked about the last couple of weeks, really good. But what does this do in your mind to the starters in Washington with Mariota and Daniels out?
It kind of worries me because Mariota has not been great whenever he's been a backup.
No. Or when he's been a starter.
Well, I mean, backup, but spot starting whenever he had to do that. He has not been he hasn't been great. So I would definitely I don't think that those guys are going to go off anywhere, but if you don't have anybody else and you got to start them, then you got to start them.
Let's do a fun game. Terry McLaurin or.
Oh, Scary Terry or.
We'll call it McLaurin.
Oh.
Okay.
Florin McLaurin.
All right. Terry McLaurin or George Pickens.
Pickens.
All right.
Definitely Pickens.
All right.
Chicago's banged up secondary.
Yeah, Chicago's bad. Let's go same game. Terry McLaurin or DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
Who is not the number 1 in Chicago.
Not right now.
It is Rome
not. It is Rome.
And holy cow, Rome Odunze. We'll talk about him too. But, okay, Terry McLaurin or Cortland Sutton.
Who was not the number 1 last week for them.
What the hell was that, dude?
Troy Franklin. Superstar
Yeah,
there.
I scooped him up in a league.
I scooped him up right before the season started.
Smooth.
When I have Cortland Sutton on the same team.
I hate that.
Yes. But I was like, who's a good prospect? Maybe Troy Franklin could step up.
Dude, I drafted Chargers rookies, Trey Harris.
Yes.
I drafted Trey Harris and then traded Quentin Johnston because I didn't want them both. And now I'm sitting there with Trey Harris.
And you're like
a J off.
Yes.
Quentin Johnston's over on Danny's team just scoring touchdowns on his bench.
Just playing solid. And you're like, oh, man.
All right, a couple more. Terry McLaurin or Jameson Williams?
I'm going to say Jameson.
Dude, we are going down the list. Terry McLaurin or Ricky Pearsall? Brock Purdy might play, might not play. Either way.
I'm going to say Scary Terry.
Okay,
but it's close. But it's right there close.
We found our safe word, and our safe word is Ricky Pearsall. All right. So that's Fantasy Pros has him up at 26.
But that was also with Daniels expected to be starting. Where they probably had Scary Terry.
This is updated.
But it's not like everybody wanted and just changed all their things right away today.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. So we've got him closer to like 40, and I agree with you on everything you said, but
because you want to see it again. You're like,
Yeah.
And he had the good rapport last year with Jaden Daniels, but you don't know with Marcus Mariota, and you just want to. You got to see it, and it's Mariota,
yeah,
solid at Oregon.
Oregon.
You like that? Oregon?
I like it.
I did that.
I feel like that's the right way to say it.
It is.
So on
Professional way.
on the TV behind us, if you're catching the video broadcast, I just went to YouTube and turned on like a neon NFL sign, generic, but I forgot that like ads play. So hopefully we don't get shut down. But it's like this only gets posted on YouTube, so I'm just playing your own ads.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at me.
There you go. We're just trying to get double money for you.
There you go.
Double the ads.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We're not even charging you anything.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Should be paying us.
That's what I'm saying. Justin Fields is out for week 3, who's looked pretty good. First couple games, not too bad.
Week 1, he looked good.
Yeah, he did. But he looked fast. He's fast.
Yeah, week 1 he was fast.
He runs really fast.
Yeah, week 2 it's a perfect thing of Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Fields, like as a Bears fan, he looked great. And you're like, dude, he's amazing. And then the next week you're like, what happened?
Yeah, it was against the Bills, and they're really scary, and he got knocked out in the third quarter.
Yeah, third quarter, I think he had completed 3 passes.
3 of 11.
3 of 11 in the third.
That's
3
trash.
I mean,
He sucks.
sorry.
Now Tyrod Taylor gets the start.
And he went out there and was like 7 of 11 and a quarter and a touchdown. Like,
Tyrod Taylor, dude, it makes you wonder if he never got stabbed in the chest by that trainer that one time.
dude,
What would Tyrod Taylor be?
yes. Who was he starting?
Dude, it was Justin Herbert. He was starting for
The Chargers.
Yeah.
And then Herbert got thrown in there, and then Herbert just looked amazing. And it was like, yeah, we can't give
Tyrod
we
Taylor
can't give it back to you, Taylor.
physically assaulted. Not funny.
No,
Kind of funny.
but just horrible
Yeah.
luck that he's always looked good whenever he got his chances to start.
I mean, I don't know what real fan. So Garrett Wilson. Who do the Jets even have this week? The Jets are at Tampa. Tampa's 6.5-point favorite. So, I mean, Brees Hall, obviously, yes, of course, but it kind of scares you with Garrett Wilson, doesn't it?
Not as much.
No, you know what? I agree.
Tyrod can get it to Garrett Wilson. Like, I would feel fine starting him just as much as I would have with Fields in there.
Maybe better. I maybe feel better about it.
Wilson, though, I won't say Fields and Wilson played together at Ohio State, though.
Okay.
So they had a little connection there. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't think I am, but could be. But but also Tyrod Taylor, he can throw the ball. That's his number one weapon. He's going to throw it to Garrett Wilson.
He's a lot more likely to where Justin Fields is going to like play breaks down. He's just going to
Run.
take off.
Yes.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor is more like to try to buy a little more time and throw it.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm with it. Christian Kirk expected to make his season debut in week 3. I'm not throwing in a lineup by any means, but I would take a flyer and a waiver wire if he's out there.
You could, but here goes something that I've been thinking about. So everybody hates Caleb Williams, right?
It seems to be.
I mean, you see it on everywhere, and they're
You've
like,
been thinking about that, I'm sure.
He could be. I don't know. He could be benched after. You hear these guys.
It's no way to spend your birthday is thinking about Caleb Williams. You do treat yourself better.
I will, but
Some
here you go.
McNuggies.
But here goes my thing.
Some hot mustard.
That I want to know is why is it that, and it's just for clicks, obviously, and ratings that people say that. But C.J. Stroud had a great rookie year. Last year he was not great. This year he has not been great. But nobody's calling for C.J. Stroud to lose his job and have somebody else take over for him. But they all are on Caleb Williams. Why? Why is it with a new coach, new offensive line, new stuff that you want to give Caleb Williams 2.5 games? But C.J. Stroud had all of last year.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud has been really bad. I mean, that rookie season was incredible. It was
Amazing.
like, this dude.
So you saw it, you knew it. So they're
Yeah.
like, well, we've seen it. So did defenses scheme and know, or what happened? Why aren't they calling
I don't
for
know,
his
man.
job, but everybody wants to call for Caleb Williams' job?
It's eerily similar of like Deshaun Watson, except obviously without all of the other stuff.
Yes.
Where it was just like, oh, this guy's awesome. And then, oh, wait, no, he's really bad, actually, somehow.
Yeah.
Same team, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Yes.
Super weird.
Yes.
Aaron Jones is on the IR. So that puts Jordan Mason as like
A must start.
guy.
A must start right now.
Yeah. So let's.
With a Carson Wentz starting for the Vikings.
Oh, geez. They're going to be relying heavily on Jordan Mason.
Yes. And our old boy, just going to throw it out there.
Throw it in.
Joe Burrow's out again.
That was next on the list.
Out for the season.
Dude, I talked to Danny. Have you talked to Danny?
No.
He was distraught.
Well, I mean, Tex, we both have, he's a Bengals fan, obviously.
Yeah.
And Burrow is such a talented quarterback, but they don't invest anything in the offensive line. It's like Andy Luck, except it's actually been worse.
This
Than what Andy Luck
friends
has
call
done.
him Andy. Is
We're
what
friends.
happens. Yeah.
We're friends, okay? Me and Andy are cool.
And man, that's what I call him.
So, well,
What up,
we're not
man?
that close,
Yeah.
but,
Lucky. Sometimes I call him Lucky. What up, Lucky?
Oh, what up, Lucky?
Yeah.
What up, L?
Yep.
A-L? Let's call him Al.
That rolls right off the tongue, dude. Oh, what up, AL?
What up, A-L?
All right, but okay. So Joe Burrow's out. Obviously, huge fantasy ramifications there. Browning came in the game, and
Browning's solid, though.
he's solid.
Like he's like Burrow light. I'm gonna say he's not as good as Burrow, Dude, but he can support 2 quarterbacks. At least he did the last time. I had him. I went back, looked at the numbers. They're pretty similar. Not quite as good, but, if Burrow's, 1 on a scale of 1 to 10, he would, he can put in like a 4. So he's close.
If Burrow's a 1, Browning's a 4?
In fantasy, in that system of what he put up,
All right.
he did. Now he's going to throw more interceptions.
Yes.
So if you lose points for interceptions, that's not going to help as much. In our scoring, it doesn't. So
if you, let's say you're in a league, you do not have Jamar Chase, and all of a sudden you get a notification. Uh-oh, somebody just sent me a trade. Oh, looks like they're sending me Jamar Chase. And all they want in return is Malik Neighbors. Would you make that trade?
Ooh, yes.
You would give up Malik Neighbors right now for Jamar Chase?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, I might disagree on that one. Let's say but I mean, that's close, right?
It's close, yeah. I mean, it's not like, no doubt, but it's, How long is Russell Wilson going to be starting quarterback there?
I don't know that it matters, dude. Malik is ridiculous.
But then you got to see what Jackson
Dart
does.
He's out there throwing darts, dude.
Does he throw to Neighbors? Yeah, I mean, it's a close. It's close.
Okay.
Jamar, what did he do last week? What did Jamar do?
Great week. Yeah, he was excellent.
Neighbors had a good week, and so did
let's
Jamar.
say that notification goes off, and it's like, oh, somebody wants to give me Jamar Chase, and then you look, and all they want is Puka Nacua.
And is this a redraft league?
This is redraft. All this, we're talking redraft.
Okay. That'd be that's close.
We're talking like rest of season.
Yes, that one I may have to hold on with Puka.
Yeah,
but it's not easy.
What if they throw in a shoulder rub?
Ooh, I mean, do they have like training?
A little lower,
like
little lower.
Yeah,
little lower.
Like to know what they're doing. Like there we go.
A little lower. All right, you got a Puka. Okay, CeeDee Lamb, rest of season. Jamar Chase.
CeeDee.
Okay, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Jamar.
And like he's still, dude. I'm not trying to say he's not. He's still like top 4, top 5 receiver rest of season. I'm not. If I'm Jamar Chase, I am not worried about it. If I'm in a league and I don't have Jamar Chase,
and somebody's panicking,
let
me buy.
Now's the time. Throw some trades out there.
Like, come here, you're hurt. I'll help you out.
Jamar is an easy one. T. Higgins, I think, is a good question. How do we feel about T going forward? His friends call him T.
I think he is obviously both of those. Their values took a hurt. Took a hit.
Yeah.
With Burrow getting hurt.
Hit it. Yeah.
But Higgins, he can still be supported. He can still be a solid 2, and it depends where you had him ranked. A lot of people had him ranked higher than I think his value should have been.
Yeah.
I mean, they had him at like 10, and I'm like, I'm looking at him at like 15 or something. So now I'd drop him down to maybe like 18, 20. So
he's 29 going into this week on Fantasy Pros, and that's, I mean, you mentioned a solid 2, and at your age, your advanced age now, you know how important those can be.
Yes.
It's solid 2. But T. Higgins is at 29 this week. He's right there in that same territory as McLaurin.
I mean,
so this week you want Higgins or McLaurin?
I take Higgins
at Minnesota.
I take Higgins over that list of. I take him over Sutton, over Moore, over McLaurin, over Pickens.
Okay, Marvin Harrison Jr.
It's so.
Let's just talk about him.
What do you want to talk about? You want to trade him to me yet? You're thinking about it, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, because
otherwise you wouldn't want to talk about him.
No, because
why not? I got stuff.
Here's what I need.
I got stuff over there.
What do you got?
I got cool stuff.
I got some cool stuff.
I got some cool stuff.
My birthday.
Birthday cool stuff.
Here's what I need to know: is he going to be awesome ever or no? Because
I don't know,
dude.
I don't know.
Week 1, I was like, "Yep, haha, told you." In week 2, I'm like, "Damn it, there we are again. We suck again." So I'm just, I don't know, dude. He's week 1. He only had 6 targets, but he caught 5 of them for 71 and a touchdown. Like, that's not a superstar day.
But that's solid. Like, I need that every week.
Right,
That's
dude.
what I'm expecting every week.
That's my baseline, right? If you don't get to the end zone, fine. But don't you dare do worse than 5 catches for 71 yards. Don't you dare. Don't you ever get me 2 catches for 27 yards, and that's it.
Yes.
And don't you ever, when paired with A.J. Brown on a different league that I'm in, both of you dickheads get me nothing.
Oh, buddy. Oh. Well, I'm in a couple leagues with you, and my teams are really good with names. Their names are awesome.
Intimidating on paper.
And paper, you're like, those are scary, and they're just not. They just haven't put up the points. So some of them are. They've been benched for guys who haven't put up more points, and I'm like, yeah. I'm not just play your studs. I'm like, I will play who is involved more right now, and I'll wait for the names to start producing more.
Yeah, I think I'm getting there too, man. It's like it's the same thing. You look at the lineup, and it's like, dude, this is the fantasy equivalent of that Lakers team when like Karl Malone and Gary Payton joined. And it's like, well,
no, look at these names.
All this. Yeah,
look at these names.
Incredible.
Like A.J. Brown? Oh, man. Yeah, no.
How could this
A.J.
go
Brown
wrong?
has less than, 10 points in 2 games total.
Yeah. He is single digits on the season total. I'll tell you what, I got
him benched. I benched him in the league.
Let me
Until
just
I
tell
see
you,
it.
I've got A.J. Brown. Here's my starting lineup in this league. Baker, A.J. Brown, Marvin Harrison, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane. I had Calvin Ridley in there, Chuba Hubbard, and then a kicker and a defense because
A what?
it's not my league, right?
I can't believe
Yeah.
you're enjoying that.
I know, but I took all these guys' money last year, so it didn't matter. But this year, I'm 0-2 with that lineup, and it's like on my bench, I've got Roma Dunze, I've got Juwan Jennings, I've got Javonte Williams, I've got Quentin Johnston, and now I've got Troy Franklin. So it's like, am I sitting A.J. Brown and Marvin Harrison to plug in? I mean, I can put in Quentin, Troy Franklin. I can stick Javonte in a flex spot. Like, I've already got Roma Dunze in there. So
You can. I put in Rome and I benched A.J. Brown in the league. I benched DeAndre Swift because he hasn't necessarily been bad, but I have Jalen Warren. And Jalen Warren has just been a little bit better, so I'm putting him in.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me see what happens. I need my quote-unquote best lineup studs haven't been producing like I wanted them to, and then my bench has been playing better. So I'm like, you're going in the lineup. I don't care. I'm not winning these games that I should be.
Right,
So
dude.
I'm putting in guys that will. What am I going to do? Lose? Already am.
you know how Yahoo like predicts if you draft on Yahoo, it's like you get here's your grade and here's your projected record.
Oh, yeah.
My grade was an A. My projected record was only 2 losses on the season.
Already 0-2, huh?
Guess what?
Already got
I'm
him.
already 0-2.
Already got him.
I've already hit that number. Dude, Fantasy Pros is like, they're with you. They've got A.J. Brown at 17 this week. They're at home against the Rams.
And it's not A.J. Brown. The Rams
It's
are
the scheme, dude.
The Rams are like 4th against wide receivers in fantasy so far this year.
Yeah.
But also, Hurts has thrown it like 22 times or something, 25 times and like 23 times. So they're running and playing with defense. He passed for 101 yards last week. They're not throwing it to him. So could this be the week? It could. But until I see it,
Yeah.
I'm not just hoping and praying. And A.J. Brown also, last year he missed 3 games and the last week of the season. So total of 4 weeks. But he was 20th overall.
Dude, it very well could be the week, though. It could always be the week. And then is that going to be the week where you get cute,
good.
you know?
Then the next week I'll put you on my lineup. If I have other guys that are more involved in their...
Then the next week I put you on the trade block. That's what I do. I'm sick of this shit. That A.J. Brown, dude, 17. They've got him 2 spots behind Roma Dunze.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rome, number 4 right now.
You know what? They've got Devontae Adams at 12 in the same game.
Yeah. Yeah, I take Adams.
13 targets last week.
They're throwing it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're throwing it more. The Eagles aren't. They have Saquon. They can run it. Hurts can run it. They don't have to throw. They have a good defense. and they're winning. So if they're winning with the run game and defense and not throwing as much, why would they change it?
All right. Don't look at my computer screen. Do you know what the line is on that game?
Oh yeah, off the top of my head for the game. No, I don't.
Just making sure you didn't. Don't
freaking know, man.
So it's LA at Philly. What do you think? Who do you think the favorite is, and by how much?
Philly.
By
4.5.
3.5. Hell of a guess.
Huh?
What's the over under? 11.
Okay.
11 total points on the game. No, over under is 44.5 points total on the game. They're predicting a kind of a low scoring affair there, and I'm probably taking the under. Dude, Philly is. I hate them, and it's not even fantasy. Like, I hate him because I've got Jalen Hurts in our main league, and I've got Devonta Smith in another league, and I've got stupid AJ Brown in a different league. I've got everybody but Saquon Barkley, who is the only one worth a shit in fantasy. That's who I have. And I hate them because they are so boring to watch.
I had AJ Brown in 2 leagues. I still have him in 1, but I traded him in the offseason. I traded AJ Brown and Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
And I got Chase Brown and DJ Moore.
Okay.
And I really like that. And I really like Chase Brown. And now with Brownie, that's who I think could possibly be hurt a little bit more.
Yeah.
Compared, because his game is not, he can run, but he's not huge. So he's not always, a between the tackles runner. He can catch passes. Maybe it works out just as good. I have no idea, but I'm a little more concerned for him than I am Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, man. I've got a ton of faith in Chase Brown. So I think you're all right there.
I hope so.
I mean, am I in one of those leagues? I'll take them. I've got stuff. Marvin Harrison, Chase Brown.
We may just have to do a little something.
Oh, my birthday's in a month.
Oh,
what?
It is.
What?
It is. Wow.
I got birthday coming up. But you ain't the only birthday boy around here. I got birthday coming up.
I got birthday coming up.
All right, let's look at. We'll talk about it.
A little something.
About it. Well, so let me see here on the season. No, not last. I want to see total. Let's talk about the top 10 fantasy QBs and what the hell's going on here. All right?
All right.
So we've got Lamar, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert,
Indiana.
Daniel Jones? Indiana Jones, right?
Indiana Jones.
Josh Allen, this is before last night, and he's not going anywhere. Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, Russell Wilson, Drake May, Aaron Rodgers. That's 1 through 10. Who's 11? The much hated Caleb Williams.
Yes.
Right? So, 2 of these players, I believe, Lamar and Josh Allen, were preseason ranked top 10. I don't think anybody else was. Maybe Baker on the low end on some of these rankings, but
Baker was.
But that's it. That's it, dude.
Yeah. Well, Golf might have been about 10. So that's about where he's been. But besides that, Daniel Jones definitely not. He's been playing, but it's also, this is 2 games.
It is 2 games.
Granted, this is a very, very small sample size that we're talking about. But Daniel Jones has looked great for them.
He's looked so good, dude.
So good for them that Anthony Richardson is not getting that job back.
No.
Unless Daniel Jones gets injured.
Yeah, that's it. It'll be injury. And Daniel Jones, through the air, 22 of 29 week 1. This is against Miami. 22 of 29. That's 75.9%. 272 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, which is huge. But he also ran the ball 7 times for 26 yards and 2 more touchdowns in week 1. So a big fantasy week. Week 2 against Denver, he was 23 of 34. That's 67.6% for 316 yards and another passing touchdown. Again, 0 interceptions.
Against Denver.
Dude.
And they're 2-0 now.
Yeah.
But also, I will say this. This is where
Also another rushing touchdown. So he's got 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns on the season.
That's huge.
Yeah.
And this is what Anthony Richardson needed to be his first year.
Yes.
Is he needed to be behind somebody that was a starter, and instead they threw him out there with like 13 combined starts since high school.
Yeah.
Because he was athletic, and they ruin quarterbacks like this. And I really don't know why other teams don't look at what the Packers have done for the past like 40 years and be like, hey, we're going to draft this quarterback in the first round, and we're going to let him sit for a few years.
Yeah.
Years and learn quarterback, learn the system, learn all this stuff. Then he'll probably be our quarterback for the next 15 years. And it's worked. I mean, they traded for Favre. They got him. I think he sat for a year, and then he got to play. And obviously, Favre played forever. And then Rodgers sat for 3 years. And then Jordan Love sat for 3 or 4 years. And they're good.
So the question is, how reactionary are we to this kind of stuff, right? If you're sitting there and you obviously picked up Daniel Jones off the waiver wire because you didn't draft him, but now he's sitting there on your bench, and you've got Jalen Hurts, who is next page.
Who are you? Yeah, the next page of the list.
Yep. First page only shows 1 through 20, folks. Jalen Hurts, 24th ranked quarterback on the season against the Rams, who, guess what they've allowed to opposing fantasy quarterbacks on the season? The fewest points after 2 games. So, Daniel Jones this week or Jalen Hurts? That's a real question.
Yeah. Yeah. He really wants my opinion on that.
I don't have Daniel Jones. I can't start him over Jalen Hurts,
but you really, you're
real,
like, what would you do? And I'm thinking about it, really thinking about it. And I think I would play Daniel Jones.
I couldn't, dude. I couldn't dare.
I say this I have Jalen Hurts in the league, and I don't have Daniel Jones, so I can be like, I might do it, but I don't know.
Fantasy Pros still, despite everything I just said, has Jalen Hurts as the number 3 ranked fantasy quarterback this week.
He can still go out there and run and just take over games.
And that's exactly right. And I think that's the frustrating thing, because we know that Philly likes to run the football. That's what they've got. Saquon Barkley, and they've got one of the best, strongest running quarterbacks in the league. They've got the tush push. It's an unstoppable thing where they don't have to punt ever. As long as they can get to 3rd or 4th and short,
yes,
they're getting that first down and they're keeping the drive going. But we've seen Jalen Hurts put up big numbers through the air. He can throw the ball
and just running.
Yeah, against anybody, he can do it. So I'm still rolling him out there, and I'm gonna be on here next week, and I'm gonna be saying cuss words about Jalen Hurts, but I have to start him. But then there's other guys, right? There's other guys who. Like Dak is number 20 after 2 games, but he's got Chicago this week.
He's got Chicago.
So, you're not going to worry too much about Dak. You're going to probably just deploy him as usual. You're not going to overreact to Daniel Jones.
No.
Instead of Dak.
But it's also, as we know, any given Sunday, every single time we look at it, look and we're like, dude, anything can happen. Good or bad. Like what Ryan and I were talking last night before the game started. We're like, obviously Buffalo's going to win. Should probably whoop them. But I could also see at halftime that the Dolphins are up 14-0.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen out there. And we could be talking, why? How? That's any given Sunday football.
Football, man. That's football.
That's why we enjoy it. And one of the many reasons. And we're like, this is amazing. What happened? I didn't see this coming.
Let's look at some running backs, dude. So, on the season, after 2 weeks, James Cook was the number 1 fantasy running back. He came out last night and hung 20 more fantasy points, 20.8. So, he's locked into that spot pretty good, and he could get bumped from the number 1 spot if McCaffrey or Bijan have a big day,
or your boy. You just don't even want to say his name, do you?
Because
say his name.
It doesn't feel real. Name. But Javonte Williams is finally playing like the player he was supposed to be 5 years ago before he shredded his knees.
The week one, if you took out the touchdowns, it didn't look great.
Right.
Last week, he looked great.
Like a monster.
Like so that's what you wanted to see. I was hesitant the first week to be like, hey, kind of plotted in and got a couple touchdowns and had 50 yards. Last week, much better. Should be pretty good against Chicago too.
Got it. I mean, Chicago is such a pushover.
Right now they are. They are. They lost their top cornerback. Jalen Johnson's going to probably be out for the year. Their third cornerback, Kyler Gordon, he's been out injured. One of their top linebackers is out. So they have multiple injuries already on defense that was not looking good anyway.
I'm glad today's your birthday and not Sunday.
Yes, and I can just cry on my birthday.
But last week, dude, Javonte, 18 carries for 97 yards. That's 5.4 yards a carry. That's good. Punched one in. Also caught six of 7 targets for 33. I mean, that's getting targeted. That game was nuts, though. That was the overtime game.
It was.
A lot of dump-off passes because what were there? There were 4 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes of regulation. That game was crazy.
But those are bell cow numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they're keeping him in.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
It's not Jaden Blue.
It's not, and it's not Miles Sanders.
And it's not Miles Sanders.
It's Javonte, and it's all Javonte. So at this point, I think you have to make room for him in your starting lineup somehow. Like, you have to be stacked if you're not starting Javonte Williams at this point, right? At least this week.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to, especially at the beginning, you have to ride those hot hands until some of those studs – at the end of the year, their points may be there.
Yeah.
But it might take 4 to 5 weeks to get there. So if you're riding those cold streaks, and it's happened with A.J. Brown before, it's happened with multiple other players. But if you just sit there and ride those cold streaks, you could be sitting there at 0-5 or 1-4.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I had the names. Be like, yeah, but you weren't playing who was actually involved in the offenses that were hot at the time until people figured it out. So sometimes you do, especially in the beginning, you have to ride those hot hands and get them in there. And if you're already losing with your big names,
get that hot guy.
You got to do something.
Fantasy Pros has Javonte at number 14. They have him just behind Jordan Mason, Alvin Kamara, Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, James Cook, obviously, who already played and was great. Derrick Henry. Oh, Derrick Henry. You remember last week when
you're like, oh, maybe you should bench Derrick Henry, and
Derrick Henry this week.
Laughing.
We all laughed at my stupid joke,
and it was 100% true. The Browns said he's easy to tackle, easy to defend.
That makes no sense.
And they just shut him down.
I mean, what did he get? Like 3 fantasy points?
Like 2.5, I think.
How was that possible? Is that the worst fantasy outing of his career?
Without an injury, I want to say it has to be.
It has to be. Dude.
It has to be.
That was insane. And so now this week, Baltimore's at home against Detroit. I mean, you're not benching him. Don't be stupid, but
I think he's going to come out and look even better.
I would hope he's going to come out.
He's going to be better than he was week 2.
Better.
He's going to look even better. He's going to get more than 25 rushing yards.
All right. Yeah.
After he just had a massive week 1.
Okay, so our top 10. We've got Cook, McCaffrey, Javonte, Bijan, Achane, who was solid again last night. And, man, Miami, something's just off there. I mean, they looked better last night, but they're not scoring like that high-octane offense they're supposed to be.
And they're not getting the offense just does not look
good.
No, I mean, it was whenever the head coach came on few years back.
Yeah.
People were trying to figure him out, and he had some good plays and he was changing stuff, and now it's like those are just gone. Like it's just not as inspiring. You had Tyreek had just gotten there. I know he's a little bit older, but he's the speed, everything is there. Like they figured it out, and now they're just running regular plays. And I'm like, why aren't you just force feeding Tyreek at least on slants?
Yeah, something, anything.
And get the ball in his hands and let him make the moves instead of throwing it downfield and Tyreek's jumping up and catching it with 3 guys around him. Like, use the speed to just get him the ball in his hands and let him go. I don't know. I'm like, you You have lots of playmakers there, and you're just not using them like you should.
McDaniel's not making it out of this season unless he turns it around, but it's not cute anymore. So Achane's at 5. That's before last night, but he got you 16.1 in PPR, so that's good. But Jonathan Taylor at 6, who's having a nice year. It's good to see. Chuba Hubbard at 7, Saquon at 8, Travis Etienne at 9, and Jahmyr Gibbs at 10. So the surprises there aren't as much as quarterbacks. Like all these guys, if you said preseason, I mean, Etienne, okay. But if I said they're going to get rid of Bigsby, and he's going to have that backfield pretty much to himself. And now I know they've got Basil Tootin. Yeah.
Rootin' Tootin.
Yep, who's probably going to be getting. But Etienne has looked like.
He's looked like what he did a couple years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So if you said he's going to get the opportunity to be the number 1, and then after a couple weeks he's going to be at the 9th best, running back, I'd be like, all right. Chuba has been like, I think we all thought he had the potential, right? And so it's good to see him.
Last year he was really solid,
Yeah.
and then they signed him to a big deal, and they're just letting him be the guy. You thought that Rico Dowd might have been a little bit more involved. Like
I scooped him up.
I didn't expect him to be like a 50-50 or anything like that.
Right.
Rico Dowd wasn't amazing, but you thought that they might have used him a little bit more, and they're like, nah, not really.
Outside the top 10, I mean, Bucky Irving's 11. He's fine. Derrick Henry, that's just last week, but
Went from like
yeah,
number 1 to number 12 in a week.
yeah. But no, I mean, nobody real. But I want to talk about some stuff that happened.
Jalen Warren there.
Yeah, Jalen Warren is
Jalen
just
Warren.
outside the top 10.
Well, that's also a lot of people drafted Caleb Johnson,
Yeah.
expecting him to be the bell cow and Jalen Warren to just have the Jalen Warren role, and then they signed Jalen Warren to an extension and paid him not starter money, but kind of high end, really high end backup, maybe low end starter money, and they're just like, no, he's really good. We're gonna keep him, and he's just gonna be he's the guy.
Well, I don't see. That's the thing. Is like we forget so quickly in football. Once a team drafts a running back, we forget that they just drafted this other guy like 2 years ago. Like he's not like old and washed. He was to Najee Harris, who my brain, who
Caleb Johnson
who
is
Caleb
now?
Johnson is to him. So, and listen, I just got a text about this house I listed, and I started thinking. So I can turn my phone upside down.
There is
I got real estate on the brain.
but yes, so he's been solid. I'm a fan of his, and you could have drafted him pretty late in your drafts, and
dude.
that's where you win leagues, where you hit on those middle, your top picks. That's not where you usually win your league. It's your middle and later picks.
You see who I've got the arrow on right now?
Yeah, he had a big week last week.
Ramondre Stevenson last week.
Huge.
Everybody was so excited about Travion Henderson, and it makes sense, right? Because kid's explosive and he's exciting, and I'd still want to get my hands on him in like a dynasty league if I can. But I don't think, it's 1 week, but obviously New England is not ready to just.
It was also against Miami.
Yeah. But I don't think they're just ready to put.
No, they had signed him to an
Ramondre out
extension.
to pasture by any means.
No,
so.
like he's still. A new coaches came in, so he had the fumbling issues and stuff like that before. New coaches usually come in and they're like, everything is wiped clean.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what you got. We're bringing this guy in. We're drafting him because he's a playmaker, but that doesn't mean that he's the only playmaker back here.
No.
We're going to have multiple playmakers.
Ramondre, 11 carries for 54 yards last week. That's 4.9 a carry. That's a pretty good average. But he caught 5 balls for 88 yards. In the week before, he was targeted 3 times and caught 2 of them. So he is involved in the passing game.
He can catch.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind this week. I mean, Pittsburgh is not like a super tough defense against opposing running backs so far after 2 games. So if you want to get Ramondre in a flex spot, guess what? Not mad at you. Definitely not mad at you. and I might take my own advice and look at my team and see.
She's like, maybe I'll put him in my lineup right now.
I don't know, dude. I don't even know what to do. My winning percentage across all leagues is bad. It's just bad this season, and I find myself not caring. I'm just like, it's fantasy, dude. I've been doing this for such a long time. I know I drafted good teams, and a couple of the dynasties, I'm like, I started a rebuild, and I'm like, so they're super young. I've got some great talent there, but am I going to win this season? No.
And that's where you just keep
fine.
looking to rebuild. I mean, I've done that multiple times before where I'm like, I'm selling everybody, and I'm just building young. I want picks, and I want young players.
But some... Oh, my dog's down here farting again. He just likes it. You make him comfortable.
Yeah.
He likes to come down here and fart while we're doing our
that's what happens.
podcast.
Last time he looked at me like, dude, I'm like,
I knew
it's
it
not
wasn't
me.
you. I
know,
was looking back to see. I knew you weren't
I'm like, that is a dog fart.
easily dog fart. Singe your nose hairs.
So like, woo.
Which at our advanced age, sometimes we need help keeping those things trim. So
Like,
thanks, buddy.
nuclear gas back there.
It's bad.
He's out. He's like,
Yeah,
I don't
dude.
know. I'm sleeping.
He's probably dog equivalent of our age too. So
Yeah.
sleep farts are
Common.
whatever. Yeah. Kenneth Walker had a nice week last week. 18.8 fantasy points.
It is back and forth between those two. It's so hard to figure out who's going to be good that it's basically a headache.
And I think Charbonnet, is he dinged up a little bit?
I think he's questionable, but he week one he was better than Walker. Then last week he not even close.
Nope. Nah, you never know what you're going to get. But I feel like if I had to pick one rest of season, I'm still going Kenneth Walker.
Agreed.
Yep. Let's see. Who else did? J.K. Dobbins, 15.5 fantasy points last week. J.K. is like the 15th ranked fantasy running back on the season. So
He's solid.
that translates as of right now into a guy in your starting lineup.
Who? I'm trying. Besides Genty, who did they? What running back was drafted just to be the starter? And you can't say Hampton because Hampton they had Najee there. They didn't expect him just to be the starter until July 4th fireworks for Najee.
Yeah.
But he's getting back involved instead of Hampton. But a lot of these rookie running backs weren't just getting thrust into the starting job. I'll tell you one that now is getting there.
Quinshon Judkins.
And third on your list right there.
Oh, Cam Scatabo.
Cam.
Yeah, that's cool. I got Tracy. I got sweet. I got Rashad White. I got
I had the guy who was going to be the guy before they drafted somebody else who became the guy.
I got nothing but Najee Harris's. That's pretty much. And I've never had Najee Harris, but
You did have him for a minute.
did I really?
You drafted him, and then I traded you for him.
Oh, cool. Who did I get? Rashad White.
J.K. Dobbins in the first. And then Dobbins literally went out there and tore his Achilles right away. And you're like, there it went.
JK.
There it went.
Oh my gosh, dude. My fantasy luck. But Quinshon Judkins last week got you double digits, and I think he barely played. But I would say moving forward.
No, he's the guy. I mean, he was drafted to be the guy. They didn't get to quite use him in camp as much with all of his off-season problems. And then now he's out there, and they're like, all right, you're only going to practice a little bit, but you look like you're ready to play.
I heard today that the Browns released their official depth chart today, and he's just number one running back. It's not Jerome Ford.
No.
Last week he had 10 carries for 61 yards. That's 6.1 yards per carry. Also caught 3 of 3 targets for 10 more yards. No big deal, but that was at Baltimore.
Yes.
Pretty good NFL debut.
Yes.
Against, perhaps one of the best teams, in the league. And so now, I mean, another tall order because they're home against Green Bay, who another probably nominee for best team in the league. But Quinshon, you can get that legal stuff behind you and just get to playing football.
You'll be,
Yeah.
You're going to be good.
I heard some stuff today. Let's see, Kyron Williams, something to pay attention to. That I think Blake Corum is cutting into that workload a little bit.
He is a little bit.
He 13.9 in week 1, 10 points in week 2, and now this week, Kyron. Obviously, we talked about this game a lot on the road at Philly. I mean, you're still getting him in your lineup, but
Well, he had a lot of touchdowns, is where he got a lot of his points. Also, and he was just the guy.
yeah, he was the guy.
Like Corum was not ready to step up there. So they just let him play, and they said they signed him to a contract extension, 3-year deal, and they said, but you don't need to be out there as much. We need to get some of these other guys in there. And they have, was it Jarquiz Hunter, who hasn't even been involved yet, but he's another guy that they could get in there a little bit. But yeah, he's still the starter. They're paid him starter money, but I don't think that he'll be top 5 like he was before. Top 10, not top 5.
All right, let's move on to wide receivers. We'll give you a quick rundown of the top 10. Puka, Malik, St. Brown, Roma Dunze at number 4. Zay Flowers at number 5. Then we got Jamar Chase and then Quentin Johnston at 7. And then Debo at 8. Another New York Giant, Wan'Dale Robinson at 9. And Jackson Smith and Jigba at 10. Certainly some surprises here.
Yes.
Right?
2 weeks through, again.
Right?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
One huge game can, and one bad game can drop you down.
You got it.
Wan'Dale Robinson, I'll just say, had his best game ever.
Monster game.
Ever by far. The best game he'll ever have in his life.
You don't.
I'm calling it right now, is what he had.
I will say this for Wan'Dale, because I had him last season. I traded him away because I also have Malik Neighbors in that same team. So I had to do something. But Wan'Dale is solid. He is a solid floor play. He's a good flex option most weeks. If you don't have anybody, I mean, he's sitting on your bench, but, bye weeks, injuries, you can deploy Wan'Dale, and he's been solid. And so week 1, he was 11.5 fantasy points.
And that's where he's about at. 10 to 11 points would be like a solid 8 to 12.
On 8 targets. You know?
Yes.
So, he is involved. What he's never going to do is go out and, lay an egg for you. I mean, if you look at his numbers last year.
He had a few bad ones.
Yeah, he had some stinkers, but for a guy who's, the number 2 on a team that, especially last year, was a bad team. I mean, he had quite a few double-digit weeks, man.
I traded
quite a few.
I traded him this offseason for a 3rd-round pick next year.
Awesome. Yeah.
I was like, I would never. It's a really good team that I have in that one, and I was like, I probably won't ever use him, and I wanted the roster spot. I'm like, let me get a future draft pick next year, and
I'm not saying if you have Wan'Dale Robinson to get him in your lineup. If you want to keep him on your roster for emergency, break glass, fine.
He's a great person to have on your bench, though.
But if you want to float him around right now after that monster week,
do it.
Especially in Dynasty or something, dude. If you can get a 2nd or a 3rd for him, I mean, do it. Just do it. Yeah, throw him out there. Quentin Johnston had a huge week 1, but still a solid week 2.
Yes. He was, and whenever he was drafted 1st-round pick, but he was a raw prospect. And it said it's going to take a few years for him to get going. It was just so bad in the beginning.
Take a few years to learn how to catch the ball, dude. He dropped everything.
So it was so bad that almost everybody who drafted him in dynasties and stuff traded him away.
Yeah.
Because you're like, dude, I don't know if he's ever going to actually get it. And then the last year, he's had games where he looked better, he'd get touchdowns, but then he'd have games where he would drop passes and stuff. This year, you're like, they're talking maybe he wasn't even going to be on the roster. That's what people were saying.
Right.
They're like, oh, he might just be a cap casualty and stuff.
They drafted Trey Harris.
They have Ladd. They had Mike Williams come in, and then he retired.
Yeah. And now I'm scrolling down. I'm looking for Ladd, and I'm looking for Trey Harris, and I'm looking.
Ladd will be there. Trey will be way down there.
Scrolling.
Did you see the other wide receiver, the old man wide receiver?
Yeah, Keenan Allen's at number 12.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's Ladd, way down at 37. 37. He's getting you, first 2 games of the season, he's getting you standard Wan'Dale Robinson production. That's what Ladd's getting you. He's right there with Marvin Harrison Jr. All right.
I love you, Marv.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I love Chase Brown. Let's talk about this. Debo's been great. Right on the outside. Yeah, I expect that to continue as long as he stays healthy. So he's every week find a spot. He'll be on. He should be out there. Devontae Adams, I think, is one of those guys who, I mean, he's number 15 right now. I think he's one of those guys who I had totally written off going into this season. Like he was not on any of my radars. And not for any other than like, okay, so now he goes to the Rams. He's a little bit older. Puka's the guy there. Like, how effective in fantasy will Devontae Adams actually be? And, 8 targets week 1, 13 targets week 2. 1 touchdown. I mean, week 1, 9.1 fantasy points, which is what I expect. That's why I wasn't, because I was like, okay, that's going to be your normal Devontae Adams week. But then week 2, 13 targets, only caught 6 of them, which is a bit concerning, but 106 yards and a touchdown. What is more like Devontae Adams that we're going to get this season? Are we getting week 1 or are we getting week 2, if you had to guess?
I'm going...
Don't you say in the middle.
Week 2 light.
It's in the middle.
Well, I'm not going to say 22 every week because I really like Puka, and I think Puka is more of that 22 a week. So you're not probably going to have 2 wide receivers putting up 22 every week. But a 16, 17, like that's where I think, because Adams is just a crafty veteran. He's like Keenan Allen, but just a crafty veteran that knows how to run routes, very smart on the defenses, knows where to go, a quarterback's best friend type wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. I'm putting Adams in the 11 to 13 range rest of season.
Okay, yeah. I'm a little bit higher.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's your birthday. You get as high as you want, buddy.
All right. Maybe later.
Yeah, Keenan Allen, you brought him up. We'll talk about him. He is currently the wide receiver 12. What a grand homecoming back to the Chargers for old man Allen, and it has not disappointed. Week 1, 10 targets, 7 catches, and a touchdown. Week 2, 7 targets, 5 catches, 61 yards, and another touchdown. That's 19.8 and 17.1 fantasy points. And
Keenan's just good. He's just a good route. I mean,
he's Keenan Allen, dude. It doesn't get more solid and dependable than Keenan Allen.
I kind of put those guys in the old Larry Fitzgerald things where it's not
because they're about the same age as Larry Fitzgerald.
Well, Larry's a little bit older now, but their game can age really well.
Yeah.
It's route running, it's smarts, it's good hands, it's knowing what to do. You're like, okay, it's not just going to be this 80-yard. I'm burning past my guy. So those guys age a little bit better when they're 32, 33 years old. The game just doesn't just drop off. It's more of a gradual decline.
Yeah. Speaking of drop off, Justin Jefferson is wide receiver 25. Any concerns there?
Yeah. Yes, but I didn't. He just doesn't have the quarterback, man.
No, he certainly does not.
He just does not. I mean, that's what worried me more is it's not him or his talent. I think he's the most talented wide receiver in football.
Agreed.
But
I mean, him or Chase. Jamar Chase, I think.
Yeah. But I have Justin Jefferson, so I'm going with Jefferson.
And Malik Neighbors.
I'm going Justin Jefferson.
Where'd those guys go to college?
LSU.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How do they do that?
How about Jefferson and Chase were teammates with Burrow?
That's so stupid. Did they score 100 points a game? I don't watch much college football. Well, they had to have scored 100 points.
They went undefeated and they won the national championship.
That makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect sense.
Starting running back was Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh,
Yes.
Clyde.
He didn't quite graduate as well. Still won the first round. He still got paid. It just didn't. Just didn't work.
He had a brief moment of okay, and then
Yes.
nah. But dude, Jefferson on the season. Week 1, 7 targets, 4 catches, 44. Salvaged his day with a touchdown, 14.8. Week 2, targeted 6 times, caught 3 balls, got 81 yards out of it, which is because he's awesome and that's it.
Yes.
But 11.1 fantasy points. And now
he's got Carson Wentz throwing the ball.
Carson Wentz is throwing in the ball, so I expect better things this
Me too.
week, especially against Cincinnati.
Me too. The thing that I was worried about with J.J. McCarthy is that he was on a really good team at Michigan. Really good run game, really good defense. He didn't carry them. He wasn't going for the Heisman because he's just putting up just amazing numbers, and you're like, oh, this quarterback, if they didn't have this quarterback, they wouldn't be there. He was great for the team. And then he got injured his rookie year, didn't get a play. You got to see what Sam Darnold could go out there and do in this offense, and he looked great.
Yeah.
Jefferson was solid, all that again. And then now JJ's got his chance. He had one good quarter against the Bears, and that's kind of been it. And now he's injured, and now you got Wentz going out there.
Yeah.
And let's see what happens, because the system, they got a good head coach, and the system is really good.
Dude, I'm telling you, if I'm in a league, I mean, and this might be a good time real quick to package something up for Justin Jefferson and see if you can get him.
You might be, yeah.
You know,
somebody might be like,
somebody's panicking. You've got some overperformers. I mean, you can little 2-for-1skis.
You never know.
Little 2-for-1skis.
I have him in 2 dynasties, and he will probably retire on my team.
Well, yeah, dude. Dynasty's a whole nother animal.
Yes.
Let's look at some of the good performers from last week. We mentioned Troy Franklin, Denver receiver, earlier. 24 fantasy points last week. Looked like he was like the maybe the eighth best fantasy performer as far as receivers go.
He was great last week. I mean, they could not stop him.
I was watching that game because I had Marvin Mims in a lineup. So okay, it's Troy Franklin. All right, it's just all Troy Franklin
again. Troy. Oh yeah, I had
Mims caught one touchdown right off the bat, and I'm like, here we go, and then that's all we got.
I had Sutton in a lineup.
Yeah.
That was much worse. Mims was better.
Targeted 9 times, caught 8 of those targets for 89 yards and a touchdown. That's 24 fantasy points. Week 1, 8.4 fantasy points, but he was targeted 6 times and caught 4 of those for 44. So, he is obviously getting looked at.
Yeah.
So, I had no problem scooping him up. I don't know that I'm getting him in my lineup just yet.
Me neither. But he went to college.
That's good. That's a good start.
Yes, with Bo Nix as quarterback.
Oh, okay.
So he was his number 1 receiver for Bo Nix, and the Broncos drafted him. Wasn't quite ready to get on the field last year. This year, it was kind of hopefully he will. He's tall, he's fast, skinny. You're like, maybe he'll do something. And then last week, it was really good, so you just want to see if he can continue to do it. He could be one of those guys that nobody drafted and somebody grabbed. And if he can continue, it can really be a force, or this could be his best week of the year, and that was it.
There you go. Hunter Renfrow last week with a big week, 23.8 fantasy points. He might be floating around out there, but I'm not getting too excited because he did only get you 3.1 fantasy points week 1. But here's the thing that I do like. Week 1, 2 catches for 11 yards, but 6 targets. Week 2, 9 targets, 7 catches, 48 yards, 2 touchdowns. That tells me that week 1, working out some kinks, but still trying to get the ball to Hunter Renfrow. Week 2, figured a few things out, and it worked. So I'm certainly willing to take a flyer if he's out there floating around.
Also, not a great team, so they're going to be behind and having to throw the ball.
Yeah. Juwan Jennings had a nice week, 19.9 fantasy points, catching the ball from Mac Jones. The bad news is it just came out 21 minutes ago that he wasn't practicing today. If you're not practicing Friday, the likelihood of you playing Sunday is much lower. He's listed officially as questionable, but he did not practice today. This just came out.
Did he practice yesterday?
I think he was limited.
Limited, and then they skipped. Downgrade.
Yeah, that's not what you want. You don't want to go no practice Friday. So keep an eye on that. I mean, I've got him in some leagues. I've got him on my bench, but I like Pearsall better just in general, I think, on this season. But Juwan Jennings is a good guy. I mean, he had a nice week last week. He's always hurt.
Yeah.
So you never know. Smith and Jigba's been solid.
He's been real solid.
And Devontae Walker for Baltimore last week. Did you see that?
No.
That guy's been on my taxi squad for like 2 years in the league, and he caught 2 catches for 2 touchdowns for Baltimore last week.
You're like, yes.
Like, okay, yeah, throw that kid the ball. It doesn't have to be Zay Flowers every time. Tet McMillan, 16 points last week.
He's been solid.
Yeah, I guess we're just going to talk about Carolina receivers all day.
That's the thing to do.
Elick, Iamaner.
Yeah.
He was brought up last week. I didn't know who we were talking about.
Even though you had drafted him.
Turns out I got him on my team.
You're like, well, that was a flyer when I had like 7 draft picks. And I was just like, I'll just take this, whoever this guy is.
Turns out this dude has been good. Like 2 weeks in a row good. Well, no, wrong.
Nope.
But targets.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's what Ryan brought up last week was like, dude, he was targeted 7 times week 1. Only caught 2 of them for 13 yards. But then last week, targeted 6 times, and it's another one of those situations. Caught 4 of those, but for 56 and a touchdown. So now I'm like, hell yeah, I drafted him.
I knew that.
That's what I do, bro.
I know these things.
I'm a dynasty dynamo. Anyhow, somebody to keep an eye on for sure because it seems like they're trying to get him the ball. Well, let's take a quick look at tight ends, Eric, and we'll let you get out of here and enjoy your birthday.
All right.
Get your chicken McNuggies on the way home. I do want to know what you're having for dinner. It's your birthday, dude. You got to eat something that you like.
Yeah, I just don't know yet.
Okay. All right.
I haven't gotten that far. I got off work. I came right over here. I haven't processed that yet.
Okay, for tight ends on the season, we have Tucker Kraft as the number 1 tight end. And he did not practice today.
No, yesterday he hurt his knee yesterday, but they said he should be good, shouldn't go on IR, but not sure if he's going to play this week. But it shouldn't be anything like season ending or so. Don't know. Hurt knee, but he was the top guy for the first 2 weeks.
Number 2, Juwan Johnson.
Got him starting and picked him up after week 1. Didn't play him. I got him starting this week.
I had him on my bench week 1, and now he's in my lineup over Jake Ferguson.
Who actually outscored him last week.
Who did outscore him last week, and I was like, turns out I probably need to flex one of those guys on my shit team. Might as well. It's not like I have better players. Zach Ertz, number 3.
Still
what is this guy
fucking
doing,
going,
dude,
Zach Ertz. Like I thought he was done. I had drafted the Ben Sinnott, who was the 2nd round pick from them, and they're like, yeah, dude, but we got 39.5-year-old Zach Ertz, who's just has had like 7 knee surgeries and just keeps fucking playing, dude.
Ben Sinnott's been rotting on my bench in dynasty leagues, in 2 dynasty leagues, rotting.
I have him in 2 on taxis now. Just
what do we do?
Like, dude, are you ever going to use this guy? And they're like, nah, man, Zach Ertz just still out there.
Yeah, he's so good,
dude.
Caught touchdowns in each of the games this season so far. So Zach Ertz, tight end 3. Tyler Warren, rookie Tyler Warren, just paying dividends. Everybody who thought he was going to be a legit stud, they were right.
Yes.
Trey McBride at 5, Brock Bowers at 6, Jake the Snake Ferguson at 7. In a league where I thought I had like no tight end depth and I needed to find some tight end, apparently I have 2 top 10 tight ends. I don't know which one to start. Whatever.
You'll start the wrong one because that's how it works.
Harry Fannin.
Dude, Fucking Harry and Henderson's still, dude, just going, man.
Harry Fannin, he's tight end 8. Now, he only had 9.8 fantasy points last week, but
As a backup tight end,
a backup
Njoku,
rookie tight end. in
rookie
Cleveland.
tight end that is just a playmaker.
Travis Kelce at 9 because tight ends suck. Dalton Kincaid comes in at 10. That's after the first 2 weeks. He'll shoot up the charts a little bit.
He'll be probably top 5
Yep.
next week.
And look there's your boy Kyle Pitts. Coming in at 11. And then we look at last week's performers to see who Tucker's up there, Ertz obviously. So pretty much the same guys. George Kittle's on the IR. We didn't mention that, but that was last week already. We knew that one. Yeah. Jatavian Sanders, another Carolina guy, had 12.4 fantasy points last week. So if you need a tight end,
I still probably wouldn't
he's
start
out
him,
there.
but maybe you can go pick him up.
I mean, what if you got Tucker and
Get Musgrave.
and nobody? Yeah, all right, fair enough.
That's what I did in a couple of leagues.
Musgrave.
Musgrave, I can't remember. Muskrat.
Who gives a shit? Then Tyler Warren again. Brock Wright, Detroit tight end. Okay, let's talk Detroit tight end real quick. What's the deal with Sam Laporta, dude?
I don't know, where's he at? I think he had like 11 week 1, and I don't know what he did last week.
Let me
as
find
much.
Laporta. He's the number 12 on the season. He had 5.6 last week, and 13.9 week 1.
13-5. So not 2 years ago, his rookie year, he was the number 1 tight end in the league. And then last year, it was rookie Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Is Tyler Warren going to end up being the number 1 guy at the end of this year?
And then not.
And then just won't be
being
again?
not as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably tight ends are dumb. And I always defended their honor. And I would say let's get him out of fantasy, except now I've got 2 of the top 10 ones, and I love them.
You're like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah. Now I'm stacked.
I got that X factor tight end that you don't.
All right, dude. Is there
And talk kickers and defense.
no? Oh man, I think we're about out of time. Unfortunately, here let's do a quick pick 'em.
Oh, shoot. All right.
Packers at Browns, and you have to pick against the spread. Packers are an 8.5-point favorite.
Packers.
They cover.
Yeah.
I agree. Jets at Bucks. Bucks are a 6.5-point favorite.
Bucks.
You think they cover 6.5?
It's gonna be close, but I think so.
Yeah, they're at home. I agree. Okay, we did Eagles, Rams. Eagles 3.5-point favorite. We didn't pick it though. We just talked about it.
Yeah, we just talked about it. I'm gonna say Rams.
I'm also gonna say Rams. Even though Eagles could still win it, but it'd be like by 3.
Yes.
It'd be 17-14. Just a boring ass game ends with a field goal, and I hate it. Falcons at Panthers. Falcons are a 5.5-point favorite on the road at Carolina. A lot of faith in that. I'm going to go Carolina I'm
gonna go Atlanta.
I don't think Atlanta covers. I don't know that. I mean, I like Penix. He's fun. They're just a young team, man. To go on the road and win big, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna say Atlanta. The defense has stepped up, and I do like that offense.
Current league MVP if the season stopped today, Daniel.
You can't call him that anymore. He has a new name.
Indiana Jones.
Yes.
4.5-point favorite on the road at the Tennessee Titans. Colts by 30.
Agreed.
Las Vegas Raiders go on the road to take on the Commanders. The Commanders are a 2.5-point favorite at home with a backup QB.
Oh,
But the Raiders are, don't forget, the Raiders.
yeah, they've not been good.
No. I think
Genty hasn't been great.
Genty has not
Geno
been great.
Smith was terrible.
Yep. Brock has just been
He hasn't been as
pedestrian.
Yes.
He's been normal.
yeah. It hasn't been as healthy. But I'm going to say Raiders because I have no confidence in Marcus Mariota.
There it is. I agree. I think Raiders as well. Bengals at Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are a 3-point favorite.
Only 3
at home. Just
But
a couple.
Wentz?
Just backups, dude.
I'm going Bengals.
It's like a left-handed arm wrestling
Yeah.
match. It's like it doesn't even. I guess You're going Bengals?
I'm going Bengals.
I'm going Vikings to cover. Steelers at the Patriots. Pretty much a pick 'em, almost. The Steelers are a 1.5-point favorite on the road at New England. I'm going New England.
I'm going Pittsburgh.
Okay, so we got some differing opinions here. The Jaguars are a 1.5-point favorite at home against the Texans. I think they cover that 1.5. Not that Jacksonville's good, but I got no faith in Houston.
Same.
Saints are a 7.5-point underdog on the road at Seattle. Saints are so bad, dude. The Niners practice squad beat them last week. I think Seattle covers at home.
I'm going to say Saints.
Okay, all right.
Saints and the points.
Broncos go on the road to take on the Chargers. The Chargers are a 2.5-point favorite at home against the Broncos.
I'm going to go Chargers.
Yeah, same. They cover.
Going to be close. Broncos are good, though.
What does Vegas know? The Cowboys go on the road to take on the Bears. The Cowboys are a 1.5-point favorite.
They think that the Bears might, or the Cowboys suck.
Okay.
And the Bears suck too, but yeah, I don't know. 1.5 points. That's it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The
Go
Cowboys,
Bears.
The Cowboys.
Go Bears, baby.
Okay, bear down. Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys.
Yeah, that's probably the smart one.
I might actually make this bet in real life. I
ju-
might make this bet.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I know you can't. Dude, sometimes I do that on the Niners. I'll bet against them because it's a win-win.
Yeah, you're like, they win, awesome. If I won money,
Yeah.
that's even
If
awesome.
they lose, that's money.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Niners, they're at home against the Cardinals, and the Niners are a 3-point favorite against the Cardinals.
I'm going Cardinals.
I'm not. Go Niners, dude. 3-0. Get out of here, Arizona. You suck ass. I hope you're right, and it's all because Marvin Harrison has a huge game. At least there'll be some sort of consolation, but that won't be it. It'll be
Trey
stupid.
McBride.
It'll be Trey Benson. It won't even help anybody. The Chiefs are a 6-point favorite on the road at the Giants.
Go Chiefs.
I guess, dude. They're not good, though.
The Giants are worse.
That's fair.
Chiefs are 0-2. I don't see them going 0-3 against the Giants.
I think the Chiefs win, but I think it's closer than 6 points. I'm taking the Giants. Monday Night Football, Detroit Lions. Oh, this is a good one, dude. On the road at Baltimore. Baltimore is a 4.5-point favorite at home. Oh, that's exciting. I'm excited to watch this game. I'm gonna
go Detroit.
Yeah, I think the Ravens cover. But it'll be a fun game to watch.
Good. We had multiple differences.
Yeah. We need to go back and listen to this and write it down. All right, man, let's get you out of here so you can celebrate your birthday. You can put your new back rack shirt on.
Oh, buddy, you know I got a new one, fresh from the mall yesterday.
From the mall. Get that hair gel in.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I got a new fresh cut already.
Yeah, get some Axe body spray.
Oh yeah.
Squirt some down the front of your pants.
I got
just
some.
in case.
I got some Polo Sport in case I get it.
Polo Sport was fire, dude.
Yeah.